very fine speaker and very distinguished writer, famous in Mexico, who has some very interesting content to present to you today. In speaking to some of our communications people, like Dr. Bob Wright, you all know him. Some of the brightest minds are writers, journalists, and dramatists. Our speaker today is one of those. And I have also the privilege of presenting Professor Alfonso Gonzalez, who will translate for us. Please welcome Dr. Alfonso Gonzalez.
Just a couple of words before I give you the main course of the day. I taught for a while at Cal State Los Angeles for over 30 years, and I also taught here at UCC part-time, and I was very, very happy to be here. Just a word or two about Ignacio Solares. He has been a professor, he's a novelist, a dramatist, and lately he has been a commentator. He publishes an article twice a month in a magazine known as Proceso. You can get Proceso on the internet here, and you can read it free of charge. So if you'd like to keep up with him and read what he has to say, you can get Proceso and look for Ignacio Solares, and you will read about him. For a while, he was the director of Difusión Cultural, of Cultural Media at the university. Right now, he's the director of the Revista de la Universidad de México. And he has many, many novels. I've translated 2 of them, and I have them here in case you're interested. Not La Invasión. La Invasión just came out, and I'm working on it, and it should be ready in the next 3 or 4 months. I don't know when it will be published, but I will finish in 3 or 4 months.
Sure?
Bueno, can you understand Spanish if I speak slowly?
Sí,
about
mejor.
the novel? Or can I
Spanish.
give you an overview in English and then you can ask him? Okay. La invasión, the invasion deals with the American invasion of Mexico in 1847. And it is very, very eye-opening. Eye-opener for me. It was an eye-opener. He quotes, as an epigraph to each chapter, he quotes testimonies from people who lived during the 19th century, during the North American invasion. And those are very, very peculiar. Some of them allude to the reason why Mexico was not united. The reasons why Mexico lost the war vis-a-vis the United States, and they're very, very interesting. He would tell you about it. Another thing that caught my eye was that the wife of the narrator is in his 80s, late 80s or early 90s, and he's writing at the turn of the century about happenings that took place half a century before. So, but his wife is constantly interfering with them. And to me, she's like the beginning, the light of the new feminism that came about in Spanish America, not so much in the 19th century, but in the 20th century. And they have some wonderful exchanges of what women's rights should be, not only in Mexico, but in the whole world. And maybe he can talk to me more about that. Anyway, the novel, it's entertaining, it's humoristic, and it's also very, very heart-rendering and heart-breaking. Por favor, Maestro Solares, pase usted y ilumínenos.
¿Cómo se llama el maestro Orozco y el otro maestro con que yo llegué?